Good morning, students. Today our class is English and we will continue unit number 4, The Ashes That Made Trees Bloom, part 2. I hope you have read part 1 and understood. Now I am not reading from textbook, I am reading its summary that you can understand easily. Okay, let's start. One night the dog appeared to him again in a dream and told him what had happened, adding that if he would take the ashes of the burnt mortar and sprinkle them on withered trees, the tree would revive and suddenly put out flowers. After saying this, the dog in the dream vanished, and the old man, who heard for the first time of the loss of his mortar, ran off weeping to the neighbor's house and begged them, at any rate, to give him back the ashes of his treasure. Having obtained the ashes, he returned home and made a trial of their virtues upon a withered cherry trees, which, upon being touched by the ashes, immediately began to sprout and blossom. The news of this miracle spread through the village, and everyone came to know about the wonder. The greedy couple next door also heard about it. They collected the remaining ash and tried to put into flowers the barren trees. Needless to say that their efforts went in vain. During this time, the kind old man heard that his landlord was about to pass through a nearby street. He climbed upon a tree with the ashes. As soon as the landlord's entourage arrived, the old man made the barren tree bloom by sprinkling the ashes. This was a time when the landlords were very powerful and none even dared to stand on his feet when they passed by, let alone climbing atop a tree. However, the old man's good intention paid paid off and he received valuable rewards from the landlords. As soon as the greedy neighbor came to know of this incident, he also set out with a handful of ash and perched himself atop a tree while the landlord was about to pass under it. Instead of blossoming the tree, the ashes flew into the landlord's eyes and mouth, blinding and choking him. When the landlord's retainers saw this, they seized the old man and beat him to death. Thus, the greedy and envy of the wicked man led him to a miserable death, whereas the kind friend of the dog, together with his wife, lived in peace and plenty. They lived for many years and enjoyed health and prosperity throughout. So, this is the part 2 completed, and the entire story is completed. I hope you will understand. Now, we will go for meaning. Word meaning. Daimyos means wealthy landowners. Dame means woman. Crepe means a light, soft, thin fabric of skill or cotton or wool or another fiber. Sang means comfortable. Cozy means tidbit, cozy. Tidbits means small pieces. Heron means wading bird with a long neck. Sword means piece of surface. Winning means wailing or crying. Scratching means using the nails or claws to dig or sharp at. Hoe means a tool with flat blade used for weeding. cultivating and gardening. Gleamed mean shone or glittered. Smoothed mean suffocated. Sensitive mean thoughtful. Coaxed means persuaded or enticed. Dainties means taste food. Covetous means greedy. Crone means old woman. Flung means threw. Carcass means dead body. Mourning means grieving or weeping. Mortar means bowl. Ponding means crushing. Dough means thick, pliable mass of baking into bread, pastry, etc. Ground means reduced to small bits. Hag means unpleasant or ugly old woman. Stingy means miserly. Withered means turned bare or dry. Bloom means develop or blossom. Blaze means fire. Bare means without leaves. Sprouted means given off shoots or buds. Blossom means blooms or grows. Trine means procession. Impertinences means dis- uh, disrespect or rudeness. Prostrate means lying on the floor, face downward. Palanquin means van or cart. Castle means palace. Gleefully means happily. Particles means beat. Seizing means expelling air forcibly from mouth. Choking means to have difficulty in breathing. Pomp means show. Seize means caught. Tumbled means fell. Dwell means live. Now we will phrases and idioms. Being with a soul means like a human child, turned up, dug up, on purpose, intentionally, to, to and fro, forwards and backwards, chop off, cut off, set up, make something ready to use, peeped in, got a quick look into, turned up their noses means treated with contempt or disturbed. Looking down on means disapproving or regarding as interfere. Burst into means start doing something suddenly. So here your fourth chapter is completed. I hope you will you will read it and write to me. Okay. See you in next class. Thank you.